Hello and welcome to the Demo Jam for October 17th, 2019. We are going to be covering customer service apps in the AppExchange, which is dear and near to my heart because I am a Service Cloud guy through and through. My name is Jeff Grosse. I'm a Salesforce MVP and I'm one of your hosts here today. But also with me, I've also got Joshua Hoskins, my ever popular friend who co-hosts this with me every month, as well as Amanda Nelson from the AppExchange. Hey guys. Hello.
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 Oh, there you are.
Well,
Who's
Wanted to make
I was
going
sure.
waiting
first?
for
We're both
Joshua. I
here.
think he was waiting for me.
Exactly.
You know,
But we're both here.
this would be a lot less awkward in real life.
You know what? It's fine, and we're just glad that you guys are here. And we are so happy to have everybody in the audience today. We've got a great bunch of demos that we want to show you, but I got to tell you a little bit about how to follow along with this. You guys can follow along on Twitter using the hashtag DemoJam. That is an easy one to remember because here we are for the Demo Jam of October. We want you guys to put your questions out there and let everybody know that you're watching the Demo Jam and that they should join you here too. Today's participants on Service Cloud include Piesync, Internet Creations, TaskRay, Five9, and InGenius. But before we can jump into the Demo Jam, we got to go through a couple of rules. We just got a few of them, and Joshua is going to tell you how they work.
Just a couple of rules. So the rules are every Demo Jam participant gets 3 minutes to demo your app and only 3 minutes. If you go beyond the 3 minutes, good old Bruce will pull you off stage. All Demo Jams are allowed 0 slides. We want to see the good stuff. And there's only one winner will be chosen today by you, our audience. And if you're on the line, you cannot vote for your own company. Those are the rules. They're simple. And I'm super stoked to rumble. What about you, Jeff?
I think we should do this. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the first one. Guys, duplicate cases in Salesforce, these things wreak havoc on a contact center. Service agents waste time looking for customer information, and multiple agents spend time working on the same stinking issue, and service metrics get skewed. Duplicate cases cause headaches, and I don't like headaches. That's exactly why Case Merge Premium is the cure to these headaches, and to show us how all that power and flexibility works inside of Salesforce today from Internet Creations, we've got Howard Yermish and his cohort Anthony Pica. Are you guys ready to rumble and kick it off?
We are ready.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then here we go. Your 3 minutes begins now.
Great. Well, let me tell you about something that happened earlier today. Our support team here at Neat Widgets got a call about a widget that isn't properly levitating. So the support agent asked the customer to send in an image so we can investigate. And here's a new case where that customer sent in the image. And well, here's yet another case from that customer's manager letting us know just how important this really is. So we've got three cases here, one from the phone call, one from the email with the image, and one from the manager with a sense of urgency. But this is really just one issue, not three. So thank goodness the support team is using Case Merge Premium. The agent sees the duplicate cases, message and phone call, but it looks like there's more, not just the three, but there's more than that. He could use the Find by Text feature to search for other open cases for the same account, but the configurable duplicate criteria has surfaced additional cases from the same account within the same day. So there we have it, 5 cases, not 3, each with some details that are important. Now, Case Merge Premium is going to automatically pick the oldest case as a master, but you could change that if you want. And you can also choose which fields you want to use from any of the cases. You can also freeform edit the fields to capture details from the duplicates. For example, we can copy information to the description from each of the 5 cases. So a little copy and paste action here. Cool, so we've updated that field. So, all right, Anthony, it's time to do a merge Arunski. Do 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 do. Oh, that's enough of that. All right, so now we are back on this master case, and look at all that stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff. So some behind the scenes configuration goodness that allows you, the awesome admin, to really configure everything about Case Merge Premium. It supports which objects you want to clone to the new case or to delete the originals as well. And when you are merging the case, you can configure which fields are editable during the merge process. Case Merge Premium, as you can tell, works wonderfully enlightening, still supports Classic very, very well, as it always has. Case communications stay organized, regardless of which case the customer replies to, and any key performance indicators stay true because you kept a single support issue to a single case. So create a better experience for agents and customers. Cure the headache caused by duplicate cases with Case Merge Premium by Internet Creations. Make sure to sign up to participate in a case race if you are going to Dreamforce by going to dreamforce.internetcreations.com. End of demo.
Right at the line there, I tell you. So what I've got to say about this is, yes, you guys have definitely solved the headache. Number one, love the orange color on there. I mean, I know that's your kind of brand color and everything. Orange is my favorite color. But when I look at what capabilities you guys provide, because you got a very persistent customer there who wants to try and send in as many cases as possible to get somebody to get on this as quick as possible, we could have been wasting so much time by having different reps working on each of those cases, maybe even giving them different answers. Of course, if they used knowledge, we would make sure that they had the right answer the first time, no matter who they talked to. But boy, being able to pull all of that together, pick which one is going to become the master. Doing all of that selection is an admin's kind of dream, I think, is to go through and do all that configuration and say, how do you want these things to merge? And from a contact center manager perspective, this thing is a dream because now you're wasting so much less time and you can get on to just solving the case, getting them their answer quickly, and solving one case and not skewing your stats. So frankly, very cool, guys. I like the demo. It was a very entertaining one. But you know what we got to do? We got to turn it over to Amanda and see what our audience has for you as a question about Internet Creations Case Merge Premium.
Oh yeah, the demo is well received. People love the sound effects, and my personal favorite, which I believe I heard was Mergerooski. I thought that was good.
That's a Mergerooski, Amanda.
I hope we can patent that because that's amazing. Okay.
Too late. We already have.
All right. I guess you got to become a customer of Case Merge Premium in order to use that term. The question is, what happens if someone replies to one of the duplicate cases?
I'm glad you asked. Such a wonderful question. Any of the cases that were merged in as duplicates, replies can come back into that case. They automatically get rolled up to the master case that you've chosen. So if the customer, let's say there was some kind of loop and you merged all those cases together, then any replies to any of the looped cases will also go back to the right case that you've designated as the master.
Perfect. Well, Anthony and Howard, you guys did a great job today. I really appreciate it. And we are going to move on to our next contestant. Joshua, why don't you do the intros?
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Next up, we've got Five9. Five9 offers a seamless integration to your Salesforce platform and empowers your agents and supervisors to deliver superior customer experiences across sales and service, voice, and omnichannel. As the world's most trusted intelligent cloud contact center, Five9 empowers you to engage your customers through their preferred channel and turn their experiences into customer trust and loyalty. Today, joining us, we have Chris Miller, who's the SVP of Solution Engineering at Five9, and he's going to show us just how we can deliver those trusted experiences and win on loyalty. Chris, are you out there?
I'm here.
Perfect. Okay, your 3 minutes starts now. Show us what you got.
Okay, we're going to start actually with some questions. So what's the best place to maintain and take care of your customers? Salesforce. But what if your customers are reaching out to you? What's the best way to do that? And what's the best way for them to interact? So over here in the left-hand corner, you can see actually the Five9 adapter running within the Salesforce environment and disappearing when you don't need it. So this is going to be our agent experience for today's demo. The customer experience actually is going to be a healthcare customer. And this is the question of what is the best way for a customer to interact with your company? The answer is any way they want. And here you can see on the bottom, we've got Salesforce chat, we've got Salesforce email to case. We've also got actually Salesforce's chatbot up here, all integrating with a routing scenario that goes through Five9. Today, we're actually going to play with voice. And I could have faked everything today in the demo, but I've got 3 minutes and that's plenty of time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, let's go ahead and enroll. Let's say, before we can be a customer, we're going to enroll. So I decided to pick on Amanda. So to show you how this works, this is actually just a demo web page I built up that shows an enrollment. As soon as I click on that, if I move over to my agent, you can see the system's actually calling, sorry, I'm going to mute that out, and bringing up Amanda as a customer. So the button popped up, and this shows it based on some rules and some scoring that we wanted to call this customer immediately. Here I can convert Amanda if I want to, do whatever I need to do as an agent, but Five9 actually got the customer, let me just type in Humana, oops, get that right, to the agent, and now I'm able to process this lead as quickly as possible. And I'll go ahead and jump over to Amanda right now and do whatever I need to do. So now Amanda's enrolled. Now, as an agent, I'm going to say I've done my job. So I'm going to go ahead and end the session. I'm going to tell my boss what happened. I'm going to call that an enrolled. And all this data is being logged into Salesforce. Now, let's say the customer calls back. So what if there's an issue? So I'm going to go ahead and make a phone call back into the system.
Hi, and thank you for calling Humana. I recognize your phone number. So I looked up your record and I'm pretty sure I am talking to Amanda.
So
and from the web page you just visited, I think you need help with our Walmart RX programs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Based on your I went ahead and created a new Salesforce case for you. I'll send a text message to the mobile number associated with your account.
So now the system is actually behind the scenes doing a bunch of workflow based on automation. It knows who I am. This is an example of the automation. It's creating a case in Salesforce. It's looking at my history and making routing decisions based on the fact that I need Medicare.
Just there. Wow. Sorry, you didn't quite make the 3 minutes. Sorry you ran out of time, but you did get to show us some pretty cool functionality that I want to call out. One, it's the ability to immediately pop a call and trigger an action based upon a web form submission is super cool, especially if you can have rules behind the scenes, score and configure and make sure that the reps that are working these leads are talking to the right people at the appropriate time. The other thing that I love is that the CTI component or the engaging component in the left-hand corner actually stays open when you need it, but you have the ability to do everything, most of everything you need to do directly from that page there. You can place the call on hold. I can see where you can schedule some reminders, you can conference, you can transfer, but also being able to disposition those activities or the success of the call or the activity results at the end is super powerful for organizations of all sizes when they're engaging with their customers. That way the agent is doing something consistently and it improves the data quality that Salesforce stores about all the records. So all in all, great job. Love to see this engaging platform help deliver customer experiences and build trust and loyalty.
Great, thanks.
Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Five9?
Well, I was a big fan of their lead name personally, but that was a great demo overall, but I am biased. Okay, the question is, does your solution use Einstein to increase customer engagement and agent productivity?
It absolutely does. In fact, if you look on the screen, you'll see there's a little picture of Einstein. I know it's small in my service creation environment. But when the idea is, first we got to figure out who you are. So Amanda, what it did in the second call is it went to Salesforce based on your phone number, which is mine actually, and it found your data. What I'm actually going to do is, if I go back to a contact, I do keep a score, any data Einstein has to evaluate how I should treat that. What we're doing is relatively simple today is we're getting scores back from Einstein and deciding, for example, to put you, Amanda, at the very top of a given queue if the call is indeed going to go to a live agent. But we can do a whole bunch of other things, such as pivot to an SMS channel if that's your preferred method, etc.
Very awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so for those of you on the line, you're going to want to stick around. Voting is coming up in just a moment. And without further ado, Jeff, who do we have up next?
Well, maybe a couple moments, but nonetheless, we are nearly halfway through our demo jam today. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing InGenious Connector Enterprise. This thing absolutely works amazingly with existing telephone systems that you guys probably have a lot of investment in those telephony systems. And what this can do is it brings enterprise solutions offering maximum configuration, flexibility, and security directly inside of Salesforce. InGenius intelligently blends digital channels with voice for increased agent productivity and an improved customer experience. And we all know how important the improved customer experience is. And to show us just how that works, John Hastings, are you out there?
I am. Thank you.
Well, John, your 3 minutes begins now. Let's see it.
Excellent. Thank you. So InGenius connects your phone system to Salesforce and allows us to do some pretty creative workflows. I'm going to show you how InGenious Connector Enterprise can help your customers reduce call handle times and increase consistent customer experiences by using IVR entered digits and Lightning Flow in Service Cloud Lightning. In this scenario, a customer is calling in to get an update on the shipping status for their order, and as an agent, we will walk through a Lightning Flow like many of our customers do. We can leverage the data you entered by the customer through the IVR to create a better experience. Now, let me walk you through this scenario. As a customer, I've made an order, and so I'm just calling through to the IVR, and the IVR itself, or the phone system, allows me to put in the order number itself. So as a customer, I'm going to enter that in and hopefully speed up this particular call. As you can see from an agent perspective, my call controls will arrive when that call is delivered. The order number itself is available within my UI, as well as InGenius has gone through and used the phone number that the customer's called in on, and we've done a search within Salesforce to see whether or not there's any matching records. Alex was found, and Alex has also been selected. Now in the background, you'll notice a flow has been popped as well. So the first name was filled out by InGenius, and the last name and the phone number, all based on a search within Salesforce. The order number as well has been filled out based on the IVR entered information. As an agent, I can walk through a script and have a really consistent experience. And when I hit next, I don't have to do any additional searching. I'm going to let the flow do the searches for me. And as a customer, I was calling in to figure out what's happening with order 113. And I can see here that from an agent perspective, I can let the customer know that it's been shipped. And the order tracking number is available as well that I can relay through. Now, of course, in the world of service, oftentimes there's sales. And so we can also see that they are not a loyalty member. So from my perspective, I could ask that customer if they'd be interested in basically saving money in the future by using our credit card. And if they decide that that is a good option, I can just simply put a check mark there. That's going to bring me to a different flow so that my closing script would be related to the loyalty information. And when I finish off the flow, I can then go through and just simply shut down this call. And InGenius has done a few things in the background. We've tied everything together, the call record plus the order number and the contact. The call record itself will contain if it's an inbound or outbound call, as well as the call duration. And in addition to that, you will see we also have added a task so that the agent can stay on track and make sure they contact that customer and ultimately complete that task. Thank you.
All right, you had 1 second left, and so you came in right at the time. You know what I like about this is, number one, you've integrated the IVR to ask for information about what the customer is contacting you about. You did the search, you pre-populated the flow, so getting this into, the agent, they give the information through the connector, and they see who it is that's calling, what information was entered. But the fact that you actually kicked off the flow in the background and let him, him or her just jump through to the next step and say, all right, seeing as Alex is calling in about this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start processing that flow, even providing the information saying, hey, not a loyalty member, maybe we need to talk about that. That's absolutely, that's amazing stuff, because that's not automation that you've got in place all the time during normal flow of cases, and you got to try and continue to train people and remind them to check on those things. And frankly, you just cut out a lot of the time that an agent would spend searching for that information, because you let the customer enter it once, you carried the data through, and even being able to carry through and automatically create that task. Brilliant stuff. So fantastic. I like the idea that you guys tie all this together, really, no matter what phone system you use. I think there's probably, you guys work with almost everything out there. So brilliant. I appreciate that, John. I want to turn it over to
Thank you.
Amanda and see what our audience has got for a question for John from InGenius today.
Yeah, great demo today. I know that I kind of want a loyalty card now. I don't know what it would be exactly, but I want one.
It's for all your
maybe
pink shirts,
everyone
pink
should
sweaters.
get one.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
More money off.
Yes.
Card.
That's right. Okay. So the question besides can I have a loyalty card is, does InGenius work with custom objects?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can configure with whatever object any of our customers, have created within their Salesforce environment. If they want us to use it for search or to pop or to connect that call record to, absolutely, we can do that. In fact, in this demo itself, the retail object is actually a custom object. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that demo today, John. Good job with that. This actually brings another thought to mind, Amanda. We don't have a loyalty card for AppExchange Demo Jam participants out there on the GoToMeeting. There's lots of people who join us every month. And, we ought to come up with some sort of a loyalty card that when you guys find Joshua or Amanda or myself at Dreamforce, we punch your card, and I don't know, there's got to be some sort of swag we can give out for that. So just going to put that on the notes for
I
things
like
that we
this
consider.
idea.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'm
InGenius
game.
fired it all
and
off.
they can find you at the Mega Demo Jam at Dreamforce, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. So pretty excited to share about that.
This is fun stuff. Well, Joshua, I don't want to hold things up anymore, so why don't you introduce our next guests?
Sure, absolutely. So next up, we have Piesync. Piesync integrates Salesforce with other apps for an intelligent and automatic two-way contact sync. Imagine a world where the contact data of all your customers are constantly in sync across all of your software stack. Because the sync works two ways, it benefits both your agents as well as your customers. Boy, I can't wait to see this. Franz, are you out there?
I am. Hey, Joshua.
All right. I have this problem today, so I'm really interested to see how you solve this in 3 minutes or less. Your time starts now.
Great. Well, you can only start working a customer case if Salesforce gives you the full story about the customer, and that includes up-to-date contacts information and all of it. The reality is that contacts information can live fragmented. In Shopify, if that's where people sometimes make purchases, you find a billing address. In a separate email marketing platform, you would find other pieces of information that people left. So Piesync makes sure that your customer data gets constantly synced two ways or one ways if that's what you want, because it's the same customer data, right? So why would you allow customer data to grow different in different apps? So at Piesync, we've launched 200 apps or more already, releasing new connectors every Wednesday on the basis of customer demand. Let's look in detail at how it works to set up such a connection. I'm going to use the example of a missing phone number. So here, definitely a customer that I would just love to give a call. And I know the salesperson who initially reeled in this customer, surely they have the phone number on their phone. It's just not right here. So using Piesync, I can actually have the Salesforce sync two-way with the iCloud that the sales rep has her iPhone connected to, but in a clever way, using the rule engine in Piesync. The first rule is going to synchronize Sandra's contacts only if it finds a match, so I'm not getting her private contacts. Two-way syncing, as Joshua said, has some magical side effects where contacts data, regardless of where it sits, will just start flowing into each other. Phone numbers will merge into Salesforce if they weren't there yet, but Salesforce data like titles, account names, birth dates, whatever you start putting in Salesforce will go inside the iCloud account of my sales rep as well. It's always going to be up to date because you can change it on either side. If you change it on your phone, it just changes in Salesforce and vice versa. Piesync runs in the background, so to make everyone's leads and contacts carry the most up-to-date information all the time. And that makes other integrations like dialers work better because they work off of better data. Also, having information centralized helps support agents. Like here's another case where I see the person's subscription status. Where say we deliver pies weekly, but actually this is Stripe being connected. So I'm actually looking at the active credit card information. We're fetching through that through Stripe. So again, similar rule setup, just ever changed slightly to yeah, it works for this particular business. If they're subscribed, I'm seeing a certain value in my Salesforce being updated in real time. So in short, Piesync is a super straightforward way to set up two-way syncs from and to Salesforce. No developer skills required. Find us on AppExchange.
And just in the nick of time. So you were able to show how powerful Piesync can really be in a customer-centric organization. This screen right here is just like mind-blowing about the number of integrations that you have connected and the fact that you release new integrations every Wednesday. I don't even want to understand the logistics between that because I understand that, you know, it requires a lot of work to do that, but to consistently be delivering new integrations for your customers. And I see some, no integration is too small. I saw like Keller Williams Connect and things like that. So it's just great to see that you're truly connected with a lot of different systems. The other thing that I really love here is that it's not just phone number information. You showed an example of where it was subscription status from your credit card processor, which is pretty cool as well. So you're really just not about contact sync, but you're really about syncing customer attributes to all systems where needed in a relevant way, which another shout out to you guys is just the rules engine that you have for each of the integration really works well. Like who wants their customer, the personal contacts inside of Salesforce, that probably would not be a good idea. So the fact that you have the ability to customize around that is absolutely fantastic. So great job on the demo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Franz from Piesync. Amanda, what questions do we have for Franz?
Yes, great demo. Awesome to see all the different types of integrations in one place, making it super easy. Well, some folks are wondering if it really is a problem to get 2 pies instead of 1. And, I wonder about that too, if that's really a case, but maybe. I don't think you can get enough pies, but on to the real question.
Okay.
What, do you have a comment about number of pies?
I was thinking of an answer, but
what's the question?
Okay. Joshua is gonna kill me. Okay. So the question is about integration apps. Since there's a huge market for them, how does Piesync stand out when there are a lot of integration solutions? What is your key differentiator?
Yeah, I mean, Zapier comes to mind, right? There's lots of these integration apps, but they rely on triggers and actions. So you have to set it up that when you create a contact, you can't even set up a trigger like when a contact gets updated because you don't have those triggers. So it won't always work, and it's only going to work from the point that you set that up. So in Piesync, you get all of the historical data that you already have in your apps, synchronizing back and forth. And yeah, it's just making it, we're a purpose built for contact syncing. So it's perfectly fine to be using other integration apps, but you don't have to waste like Zaps to get basic database syncing going on. You can use them for workflows. And what we do is really keeping the databases in sync underneath.
That's a whole lot of magic, and I'm just really slow today because I finally got the joke. Piesync 2 ways instead of 1. Got it. Amanda, I'll give you a comedian loyalty card. It's awarded and issued.
I don't know
Jeff.
what's up with me today.
I'm trying to follow. Jeff, who do we have up next?
Well, I'm going to tell you in a second after just 2 words. Lemon meringue. All right, now moving on to our final demo for the day. This is called TaskRay. First impressions matter, especially when you've won someone's business. TaskRay helps customer onboarding projects run smoothly every time. And you know what? TaskRay is built 100% on the Salesforce platform, so all your customer onboarding and project management data can work seamlessly tied to any existing Salesforce data like accounts, opportunities, contacts, and you can report on it any way you need to. So everybody stick around. We've got John Barlow with us today. He is going to be showing us the magic of what TaskRay can do for customer onboarding. John, you out there?
I'm here. I also have Laura Peller with me as well.
Oh, hey, fantastic. We got 2 demoers today. Hello. Well, it's time to jump in because your 3 minutes starts now.
All right. Got my signed quote. Gonna go ahead and change this to close 1, and sweet. My job is done. Who needs a beer? Laura?
Whoa. Hang on a second. While you and your team of account execs are fantastic at nailing first impressions and connecting customers with a product that will create real value for them, that's just the beginning of the customer success journey. What about all that crucial customer data collected during the discovery and sales process?
Yeah, so that's my fault. I got pretty excited about my first $1 trillion opportunity, and I almost forgot to do the handoff. Check this out. I already gathered all that information from the customer on the opportunity. We've identified their desired outcomes, their success criteria, their go live date. I even added some internal notes that'll be useful for you as you get them onboarded. By the way, the office dog's name is Sir Paul McCartney. He loves belly rubs and McDonald's French fries, so you might want to hit the drive-thru on the way to your first onsite. But now all I need to do is launch this flow to transfer all this information over to you and create a project in TaskRay, of course. And TaskRay makes this handoff super simple. All that information that I recorded on the opportunity passes directly into this flow. And I suppose you'll probably want to know who your champion will be. You're going to love Valerie. She's awesome. And remember that process template that you built that has all the steps for onboarding a new customer? Well, here it is. Let's go ahead and kick that off today and call this Capiterra onboarding.
Nice.
Just like that, all the tasks are automatically assigned to you, and our new project is created in TaskRay. And now, transitioning directly into TaskRay, which by the way is a full suite project management tool, you can now keep track of every single step of the onboarding, your timeline, as well as keep a close eye on all of your other active onboardings that you might have running at the same time.
Wow, this is awesome. I was a little nervous there. I thought I was going to have to onboard these customers with zero information on who they are and what they're hoping to achieve with TaskRay. Knowing those details ahead of time is so key to doing my job successfully and creating customers for life. This is going to make the onboarding process run much more smoothly.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Now you can hit your gong.
That's a wrap.
Whoa, the gong comes in and the time, wow, you guys should have come up with another 30 seconds worth of tasks to build out. But frankly, you did an awesome job. By the way, I've never seen $1 trillion opportunity out there. So congratulations on that. That's got to be a first internally and maybe even with, yeah, exactly. I don't know who gets to close $1 trillion deals, but man, that was pretty amazing because not only did you take all of the existing information, carry it through in that flow, you avoided all of the potential pitfalls for how we transition this from sales to project management or any other type of customer onboarding. And you can follow a consistent process that nobody is going to let things fall through the cracks. We got full visibility to this. And frankly, you did it in, I don't know, I mean, that part of the demo is probably only about 1 minute is all it took. And with some forethought to how you want these tasks to be built out, You got, oh, look at this. We even got Kanban boards in there. There's even more that you probably could have gone to another 3 minutes or another minute of doing that. But,
We were
you
excited
know,
for our
it,
peers.
I know you were. That's true. You were jumping in pretty early. But, I think this is pretty amazing to be able to bring all this together. And frankly, this is something so many folks need because that sales to service or sales to professional services handoff can be such a rocky road because transferring the information, getting all of the appropriate meetings set up, knowing who your primary contacts are, that can be a treacherous place. And we want people who are coming into a new customer onboarding process to really understand what's going on and understand that history. So, fantastic job, guys. I can't wait to see what Amanda comes in with because I bet you somebody's got a question out there. Let's hear what our question is, Amanda.
Yes, and I'm sure there are plenty of us out there that have dogs that like to eat French fries. So if you have a dog that eats French fries, put it in the chat. Put the name of your dog in the chat. How about that? We'll see what people's dogs' names are. The question is, oh, great demo. Yes, awesome. It was cool to see. What I like seeing is both the customer onboarding piece and the project management aspect. Traditionally, I've personally known you guys for project management, so seeing customer onboarding is really cool. And speaking of customer onboarding, somebody is asking about the reporting feature of your customer onboarding and what that looks like.
Yeah, for sure. So really, since TaskRay is fully native to Salesforce, everything we're tracking, all of the tasks, literally every piece of information is going to be reportable using Salesforce, just reports and dashboards. But we've also got some cool tools built into the product itself, one of them being this template performance view. So I mentioned how Laura went in and built out a template, right, that kind of maps out all of the steps for her onboardings and how long each thing should take. Well, what template performance does is compare the actual projects that you've run to this baseline template to identify things like, hey, which tasks are taking longer than you think? You think this task takes 3 days, on average it takes 5, or on the flip side, you think it takes 5 and it takes 3, or just where a user is getting stuck. So there's a lot of really good insight you can pull from this view to improve really any repeatable process over time, including customer onboarding.
All right. Well, Laura and John, fantastic job on this. You guys closed a huge opportunity and made an impact. Now, I want to say to everybody who's on the line, do not go anywhere. This is your time to get ready to vote. Joshua, you want to tell them a little bit more about how they're going to vote here and what happens during that time?
Sure. The slide says it all because we are allowed to use slides, although the Demo Jam contestants are not. But the slide says vote in the GoToWebinar poll. So just in a few minutes, you shall see a webinar poll in front of you, and it will give you the ability to vote for one of these fine Demo Jam contestants. Those were a lot of great demos, Jeff.
They were fun. I had a good time seeing this stuff, and we had some really lively entertainment for it wasn't dry demos. That's definitely what we want to avoid is anything dry, but these are really solving some core service issues. And I can attest to seeing these things most everywhere I go. There are incomplete processes. There are incomplete information coming in when somebody contacts us. And we've seen some great demos today that really solve those issues. And the brilliant piece of this is, and I say this a lot of times, but it is amazing what Salesforce has enabled by making the platform of the AppExchange available, because Salesforce doesn't have to develop any of these products that you saw today. Instead, there's a whole economy out there of companies who can solve these problems, bring it to us, and make the whole ecosystem that much more valuable. And so over the years, seeing how the AppExchange has grown and seeing how folks who out there have been solving problems that Joshua and I have seen, both of us have been in consulting for quite a while. We've seen these things all over the place, and I just really appreciate being able to see demo jams every month and seeing how people are solving the problems that we run into so often. Wouldn't you say, Joshua?
Yes, not to mention talking about loyalty cards and Piesyncs and how you can get Piesyncs in 2 ways or one.
Yeah, and by the way, Joshua, if you had to say a favorite pie, come on, what is it?
Oh, favorite pie.
Yeah,
Sweet potato pie, I would say.
Oh,
Definitely.
wow, I was not expecting that one. Amanda?
Oh, key lime pie.
Ooh, key lime. That is pretty good. Do you make homemade or do you like going to somebody else's restaurant or a favorite family member who makes you key lime pie, Amanda?
Oh, I like to go to Key West in Florida for the original. I mean, after all, if
That
I tried to make a pie, my kitchen would catch on fire.
you end up in the Florida Keys quite often, so I totally believe that. So yeah, and I gave away the secret before. Lemon meringue would be my thing, but nonetheless.
How would you
Joshua?
merge those pies together?
Ooh,
Two
well, I mean,
ways.
lemon and lime go together really well. I'm just not sure how the sweet potato is going to fit in there. I gotta say. And the
Alrighty
other
then.
thing is, Joshua,
Yes. Go ahead. Go for it.
you know about Dreamforce coming up, don't you?
I do. It's
How
less
many
than a
demo
month
jams are
away.
happening there? It is. I know it's
Uh,
getting close.
there'll be 11. 11. I can
11.
count them on not one set of hands. It's a
I
lot.
I'll give you the extra finger to count that 11th one out there because you know what? There's 10 of them going on, and then they're all getting down to the winners competing in a mega demo jam where you get to see Joshua, myself, Amanda. Who knows if we'll have some special guests and others there. We have so much fun doing this live because you never know exactly what's going to happen. But this year at Dreamforce, Amanda is getting us set up for a fantastic way of seeing these demos in numerous different places around the Dreamforce campus. And there's going to be so much excitement going on because of all of the competitors that are out there. And you know, when they win one, they move on to the next round and keep on going. And so it goes. Man, this is fun stuff, and I am looking forward to it. I don't know if we can get our loyalty cards done between now and then, but I think that's something we should definitely jump in and try and do.
You know, the
Yes.
dog names are still coming in.
Oh,
Do you want to
okay.
hear some of the dog names?
Let's hear it, please.
So there's Zoe. We've got Rosie, Apollo. One person has 7 dogs, including a dog named
Wow.
Aftershave.
Well, okay.
So
Must have gotten into the aftershave one time.
among other names. No, this is great. Boomer, Fido, Spot. You know, these are all. My dog's name is Cooper. Got some good ones, and other people are sharing their pie choices too. It looks like lemon meringue seems to be
Nice.
up there. Should we
Hey,
talk about a winner?
I think there's probably going to be a winner out there. So when the poll is closed, is the poll closed yet? Oh, it looks like it's
The poll is
closed.
now
So
closed.
I want to talk more about pies.
you know what? As much as it's fun to talk about that, Amanda, I actually want to give you the honors today of announcing our winner because Joshua and I, we tend to say it all the time. We want you to announce today's winner.
Aw,
Please.
do I get the drum roll?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. It's the unofficial one.
I like it. Okay.
Homemade.
Today's winner of the Customer Service Demo Jam in October 2019 is Internet Creations.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice job.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That was a
tight
fantastic
race.
demo. Well, and you
Thank
know,
you.
every one of them solved a problem, and you gotta love the fact that we're eliminating duplicates in Salesforce and bringing all that work down to solve one case. Just get back to the person and avoid all those duplicates. So, do we want to hear an acceptance speech here from Internet Creations on their massive win today?
You like me. You really, really like. Oh, sorry, it's not Sally Fields.
Such is
No, we
true.
really appreciate it. One of the things that we really love, and I like seeing all the different applications and how they work inside of Salesforce with Salesforce. It's nice to see. I have to say, as a customer of Salesforce and as a maker of this product, it's so much fun to do the demo jams. This isn't our first rodeo on this, but it's always awesome to have such other great participants on this who all deserve to win. And frankly, I didn't think we were going to win because there was so much discussion about pie.
I know. Yeah, It didn't win over, but at least my favorite pie seems to be the winner out there. So congratulations to Internet Creations. You guys have had a great app for quite a number of years out there, and you've proved it today with a great demo. You know, folks are going to be able to see this out on YouTube. Amanda, tell them a little bit about how they're going to be able to see that and our upcoming events.
Yes. So thank you all. And yes, everybody's a winner. The demos were all great today. You can check them all out and install these solutions at appdemojam.com. And speaking of demo jams, we have 11 demo jams coming to Dreamforce. That's right. Covering areas such as sales, service, nonprofit, higher ed, admin, developer, finance, the list goes on. We're even doing beyond apps, meaning components, bolts, lightning data, all in 20-minute fast-paced demo jams. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Wow.
Plus, the winners of all these demo jams will move on to the mega demo jam towards the end of Dreamforce, where Jeff, Joshua, and myself will be there to run that show. So we're pretty excited about that. And we're going to be live streaming all of it. So if you are not at Dreamforce in person, you can watch online by following AppExchange on Twitter. So that is some of the fun that's coming up, which means we will not be having a Demo Jam webinar in November because it is during Dreamforce. But we will be back in December with I believe it's our apps for 2020, which is going to be exciting. And that's it for us. You can also watch this recording on YouTube. It will be up within 24 hours, youtube.com/AppExchange. Also, the video will be on appdemojam.com. Thank you all for today's great demo jam. Thank you, Jeff and Joshua. Can't wait to see everybody in a couple weeks at Dreamforce.
We will see you there. Thanks, everybody, for participating. We look forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
More pie.